Hello everyone, Dadas here, speaking to you from the Dadas Trading Room Discord server. Well, today, first of all, I stream all my trading live every day, so you can join me every day during the London session and during the American session on the YouTube not on the YouTube channel but on the Discord server. So on the Dadas Trading Room Discord server there is a voice channel which is called Day Trading PL and Day Trading EN, so Polish and English. But it doesn't really matter. Those chat rooms are not so. Those voice chats are not crowded, so you can join into any room, independent if you are a Polish speaker or an English speaker. Just join the one that I'm streaming live at the specific moment. Right now, the daily recap for today. The daily recap of the day on the DAX 30 index that I trade every day. Basically looks like this. The market today was pretty wasn't really a good market really, but yeah, good enough, let's say. Well, first of all, it opened up with some kind of a gap and then started going up. Fell down and made a daily low, and then from that point on, so basically from the beginning or the opening of the Frankfurt session, it started going up. However, we can see that the structure of this upward movement right here was pretty relatively dynamic. So in other words, the dynamics or the characteristics of this market shows that there was a pretty big insufficiency of sellers right there, and the market went up, but it came back down and then started going up again. It did make a new high, but actually kind of didn't go too much higher, and then retraced again and then made another new high, but it didn't really go much higher. Then came back down a little bit lower, and from that point on it went back up. I made a second significant movement of the day, and so just after the opening of the American session, and then consolidated sideways, and only at the end of the day it came back up, and actually did make a new daily high before the day is actually over, right? Because the day is over right now. So I basically made a few trades today. Well, basically the whole thing was pretty simple. I mean, it was just clicking right here and basically trading. It would have been enough to trade this context. That's what I actually did here, but no, I got in here at a minimum lot of 0.1, and I kind of counted on the price going all the way up there, where it actually did. Yeah, it actually did go up there, only not immediately, but after a significant pullback. And once again, I got a little bit too excited on this pullback, because I thought that the market would be doing something like this. So in other words, going in the downwards direction, and I was hoping. Basically, I got in a bit too low. I got in a bit too low, and then I forgot to do this, right? Because if I had properly adjusted this to the first breakout, right here. So the first impulse pullback, then I would have gotten those two ledges or those two levels. So I basically should have been exiting the trade somewhere right there. So I didn't really have a lot of room for this trade. I mean, yeah, I had something like 5 pips maybe, which I of course ignored, and I was waiting until the price moved back Anyways, this was also a small trade with a zero point 0.1 lot, and I closed it. I closed it before it reached the stop loss level over there. This text is showing me this profit, this label, because that one is under there, so we can't see that. Yeah, you saw the stop loss level somewhere. Oh, SL, right there. So basically, yeah, I mean, I shouldn't actually have been doing that. I should have done this, and I should have asked myself which level would have been the correct level for breaking out in the short direction, and basically. Even this wasn't actually correct, because basically this would have to be the one, because this was a new high. So this new high, yeah, without a pullback. So basically, I could have known this level, but I could have known that here is a mighty level, right? A mighty line right there, right? So that's a mighty support right there. So I should have, I could have done this like that, and basically after this breakout, this bullish breakout, this would have to be at least broken for the price to go in the other direction. And anyways. There was a moment I started actually plotting it like this. Only then, if we look at it from this perspective, we don't actually know where the goal right there would be. Basically, the goal would have to be plotted in let's say in this context. So the historical high over there, right? So, or in other words, the first next historical resistance, sort of like that, right? Because yeah, we have one resistance here, one resistance at this level, another resistance. So even just doing this little trick, that putting the first zone at the level of this first actual resistance, then actually I could have counted on a trade right there to go down over here, right? But as usual, it's better to enter at the beginning, or better at a good price than at a price like this, because then I actually lost that other profit, and I lost 53 more pips here, and that's why when I saw what was going on, I didn't even wait for my stop loss right here. I just closed the position and turned around. I actually first turned around at one lot, and then closed that position, and basically I made a profit right there at one lot, because it's 10 times bigger than this. So 10 times bigger than this makes it 137 pips at 0.1 lot, right? So I recovered this loss and made a profit. Yeah, now again, right there, what was the thinking right there? The thinking right there was like this, pretty much, pretty simple. So I plotted myself, let's zoom it in. I plotted myself the potential resistance or support zone, and right here, when the price was trying to break out, I went in long. Well, who knows, maybe it wasn't a very good decision. Anyways, I went in long, but the market kind of stopped moving much, so I got out of it at any profit. Nevertheless, if we look at it and you see where my take profit had been. The market actually did go there and even higher only after the half an hour break right there. So I don't like to be trading at these moments. And also you can see that there was a significant amount of time where the market actually went in the opposite direction, even though my stop loss was right there and it was kind of safe. But I wasn't prepared to wait that long, and who knows what, so I got out of it. So all in all, again, a profitable day. Maybe not an optimal play. Let's say not an optimal game from my side, because a more optimal game would have been, well, basically it was pretty difficult at this kind of price action to figure out where the zones could have been, right? But at least I could have done something like this, yeah, because something like this right there, then it kind of shows us the actual situation. And then when the market made a new consolidation, I should have plotted it like this, adjusted it like this, right? Well, I wanted to put this line as close as possible to this one. Yeah. So yeah, perhaps like this. Then actually, well, we see maybe this was a little bit too early to get in a trade. So basically, perhaps right there I shouldn't have taken any trades, or maybe switched to M5, right? And tried to trade it from this context, but then it would have been better to trade a better price, a price somewhere lower. But the market really didn't give much an opportunity to get in lower, because we have this breakout right here, so we would have to trade off of this breakout. Yeah, so all of a sudden it changes the whole context. So basically, yeah, the market was the way it was. I mean, it didn't give much clear. Well, the patterns were actually not so bad. Only the structures or the movements. The movements were of such a character that it didn't move and then all of a sudden it moves. That's not a very good idea, because it forces us to get in the market like at a price like this, and then actually the market doesn't go much further. So it wasn't a very comfortable market today, but not so bad either. So at least it gave me an opportunity to get out of the loss with some kind of a with a profit, right? With a profit. Basically, what should have been done was like this, right? At least like this. I mean, no, okay. Taking into account what I've been talking about on other videos, if I were looking for a short right here, I should have done something like this and waited for this breakout, and then after this breakout I should have waited for a retest. And that's the mistake I made right here, because okay, I could say, okay, this is a place where I possibly could have been thinking of a short, right? But I should be waiting for a price action on the retest to be for this price action to be a bearish or a supply structure, right? Or supply pattern. And basically it wasn't a supply pattern. It turned out to be a resistance a demand pattern, right? It actually, it wasn't even a pattern, but it's just an immediate turnaround. So when something like this happens, we just don't have any opportunity to get in a trade, really. The opportunity starts perhaps right there, right? Because there we have a breakout and we have a comeback or a pullback, which actually suggests bullish, a demand zone right here and bullish continuation. That's why I got in bulls right there. Well, it's just that the market doesn't always go immediately where it's supposed to go. Nevertheless, it retested and then it went, right? So basically, from this point of view, I was at least in the correct direction right there. Okay, that's about it for today. Thank you very much. Please like, please subscribe, please hit the notification bell. Join my Dada's trading room Discord server. The invitation link is below in the description. By clicking on it, you will be taken to the Discord web page, and there, if you already have an account, you'll be joined. If you don't have an account, you need to create your own account, and then you'll be joined to my Dada's trading room, where you'll receive a role after 2-3 minutes. Practically, there will be a trader role. And you will get access to all the content and channels that the trader role gives you. Now, if you want to have contact to more advanced stuff and other bonuses, you need to become a VIP member. Then you can become a VIP member by joining my Patreon. Becoming my Patreon at patreon.com/Dada's Trading System Workshop. Also, the link is down in the description. Then, according to this small promotion that I have right now, you can join at a minimum of $5, and you will then be granted the VIP role, and you'll get lots of interesting bonuses. Because I am very generous to the people who support me and want to stick with me. Thanks a lot for today, and I hope you're keeping well, keeping safe, and until next time, see you.